New Thought Media Network. We are a global broadcast network of positive music, media, and entertainment, inspiring humanity's evolution along the journey of enlightenment and creating a world of love, peace, empowerment, and prosperity for all. New Thought Media Network. Positively inspiring. We invite you to join our prayer broadcast every day at 8:15 a.m. and 8:15 p.m. Mountain Time. Send us your prayer requests or schedule a private prayer session by emailing prayer@ntmedia.org. And now, it's time to pray together.
Good morning, folks, or good afternoon, good evening, or good night, depending upon when and where you are when you hear this. My name is Muro. I'm a prayer practitioner here on the New Thought Media Network, and you are tuned to Morning Prayer for Friday, August 9th, 2024. What a glorious day this is, because it's a day that we have been given. Any day that we are given is glorious because we have opportunities. Have you ever wondered about any underlying or preset biases that you might have? And I don't mean about being prejudiced. I mean the idea that without consciously thinking of it, you have certain things that you feel that you believe and you kind of operate on those, right? I mean, we all do. Well, here's the thing. If what you're operating under is a false belief, it's going to limit you. If you are operating under the impression that you have no choice, you have no choice. All right, so having this sense of not only who you are and whose you are, but also having a sense of your role in your life, right, becomes very important. So take a look at this. This is from Science of Mind by Ernest Holmes. And Ernest has sometimes been, let's say it's been noticed that he has a difficult way of writing. This is one thing that he wrote in particular that I thought was absolutely crystal clear. So he says, how much can one demonstrate? Just what one can believe. How much can we see? How much can we accept? How much can we find in our consciousness that is no longer repudiated by our own denials? Whatever that is, that much we can have. I love this, especially the idea of acceptance and consciousness and denial. Okay, these are things that, for me, I need to make sure that I'm paying attention to these. When I mentioned having kind of like a default setting, it's easy for me to be thinking about abundance and then turn around and say, I never have any time. Well, that's repudiating my affirmation. That is denying myself, right? I'm limiting myself when I do that. Hey, Wayne, good to see you. So we have agency. We have ability. We have not only a role in our own life, but we have a primary role. Okay, so let's take this into prayer. Let's think about what it would mean in each of our lives if we did indeed open our consciousness to so much more. So we take a breath together. And we start with that realization that there is life within us, that life is energy. It is the energy of the One. The One is perfect, whole, and complete. And because each of us has been created in that same energy, we too are perfect, whole, and complete. I spend my day looking at my world and making decisions moment by moment about what I see. When I approach a situation that looks dangerous, there's something about it that makes me feel uneasy. Do I go into fear or do I go into faith? Do I look at someone and say, oh, I know what their problem is? Or do I look at them with compassion, knowing that each and every one of us has something going on, and no one else knows our story, no one else knows our circumstances. So I open myself to being more focused on the goodness, on the abundance, to be more focused on the possibilities, on the openness. I don't go into a situation thinking, well, this was terrible before, so it's going to be terrible again. No, I look at I look at principle over precedence. And I know that if I approach a situation and I close myself down, then indeed I am going to have a poor interaction. If I can open myself and allow myself to be free, allow myself to see what comes to me rather than projecting what I believe will come to me. Each and every time that I operate on my projected thoughts, my projected ideas to what will happen, rather than waiting for the reality, I run the risk of ruining that moment. In fact, the more time that I spend looking at the future, what might be, what could be, the less time I'm spending here in the present. And so I want to balance all of these aspects of who I am. I want to be able to look to my past to understand where I came from. I want to be in the moment so that I can live fully. And I want to look to the future in as much as I know that each step I take today brings me closer and closer to being in alignment with my true self. And so I make decisions today, but I make decisions that I will make so that I have something in the future. I'm not simply saying that I think in the moment and therefore I don't care about the future. I don't save, I don't plan, I don't prepare. No, I do all of those things. I balance all of these aspects of who I am, and that allows me to be unlimited. So I take all of these gifts. I take this wisdom. I take this compassion. I take this harmony. And I take this incredible energy of love. And I let all of that inform my decisions. I let all of that inform my actions and reactions. And I do this to the best of my ability. Do I do it perfectly? No. But I do it as best I can. And with self-compassion, I accept not only that I am learning and growing, but I can appreciate that I am learning and growing. Each and every one of us is here to grow. Growth brings learning. learning brings growth. And so having all of that, knowing how blessed each and every one of us is, I release my word. I release it to the law, which always says yes. And so it is. Hello, Garrett. Good to see you. Oh, let's see what Garrett had to say. Take this down first. Garrett said, "Thank you, Lord, for expressing your perfect life, thought, and feelings through me as a prayer and my well-being. I'm connected with the infinite intelligence expressed through me, and so it is." And so it is indeed. Thank you, Garrett. Oh, hello, Linda. Blessed be, and so it is. Indeed. All right. So, let me see. Today is Friday, and on Fridays we have some really interesting shows. Of course, there's Rev Melissa with The Morning Sip. Wonderful. If you've never seen her, you have got to, although I have to warn you that if you watch her once, you're going to watch her again and again. Let's see. And then 9:30 a.m. is Viviendo en Oración. 1 p.m., The Joy Show with Rev Barbara. 5 p.m., and Now the Good News. I love And Now the Good News. It's the antidote to the news that we get every day. And then at 6 p.m., the incomparable, the one and only Reverend Michael Mankus with Friday's Fireside Chat. Spectacular show. All right. Oh, Garrett, you're very welcome. I hope that each and every one of you really takes this to heart today. All right. Really being able to see just how much more ability and capability and presence you can have in this world, in your own life, and in the life of those that you love, and towards the greater consciousness. All right, folks. I will see you again soon. I believe Sunday, And until then, know that you are loved. And yes, you are love. Namaste.
On behalf of everyone at New Thought Media Network, thank you for being a member of our virtual family. Your financial contributions help share the New Thought message with people from around the world. Please visit and contribute at www.ntmedia.org/donate. New Thought Media Network. Come be you. And please like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, peace and blessings. On behalf of the New Thought Media Network, thank you for being with us for this special prayer broadcast. We look forward to being with you again soon, 8:15 a.m. or 8:15 p.m. Mountain Time. Until then,